Hey everyone, it's May 25th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with English sadist and murderer William Henry Bury, who may have been the real identity of Jack the Ripper, and that is him right up there. Born in 1859, his father was killed in an accident involving a horse cart in 1860, and his mother died in an insane asylum 4 years later, leaving him an orphan. Raised by his uncle, he worked various jobs starting at the age of 16 and drifted across the Midlands. In 1887, Bury moved to the East End of London, which I believe is the same year of the debut of the soap opera EastEnders. Employed as a sawdust collector, he lived with a husband and wife who ran a brothel where he met his future wife, Ellen Elliot. Bury and Elliot soon moved into their own flat with money she was willed when her aunt passed away. Known as a drunkard and thief, he took the remainder of her funds and squandered it on alcohol and prostitutes. He had a deep-seated hatred of women, and he was attracted to prostitutes because they were thought of as lesser beings by much of London society. At some point during his gallivanting with prostitutes, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his wife, and it is thought that the disease contributed to his aggressive behavior. There are reports that in 1888, Bury attacked a prostitute with a knife, slashing her legs and genitals, but she survived. Similarly, it is speculated that he broke into the home of a seamstress, demanding money and stabbing her in the throat, but luckily she also survived the attack. It is thought that later that same year, Bury ramped up his crimes to murder, cornering a young woman in an alleyway and strangling her to death, dumping her body in a nearby yard, and finding the act of murder to be sexually arousing. What we know for sure is that a month after that murder, Bury and his wife moved to Dundee, Scotland, likely to evade capture for the crimes he'd been committing in London. Just after moving, Bury attacked his wife in the basement of their home, strangling her with a rope. He sliced open her abdomen and ripped out her entrails, then stuffed her body in a trunk and kept it hidden in the basement. Bury couldn't find a means of disposing the body, so he went to the police to report that she had taken her own life and that he cut up her body in an attempt to hide it because he was scared he would be wrongfully blamed. The police didn't believe him, and when they found her body, Bury was arrested and charged with murder, being convicted in early 1889. After a breakfast of poached eggs and toast, he was hanged on April 24, 1889, and showed no remorse for his crimes, remarking to the hangman, "I suppose you think you are clever to hang me." Bury had lived in the Whitechapel neighborhood of London when the murders ascribed to Jack the Ripper were happening, and due to the nature of his crimes and brutality displayed, some scholars think that he was in fact responsible for those killings. And it is true that the Ripper murders ceased after his move to Dundee. While murders continued until 1891, they're generally thought to have been carried out by copycats. Bury, however, denied responsibility before his execution, and most historians think he was just another psychopath from the same place, but it is certainly possible that he committed many more murders than the one that is confirmed. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to William Henry Bury, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.